In this module, we'll be focusing on how to create inclusive placements for our students with specific learning disabilities on campus. Right now with us, we have on our screen a lot of dyslexic thinkers whose invention have been path-breaking. These Nobel laureates have trailblazed when it came to evolutionary invention, whether it be something like telephone, which has evolved into iPhones, or something as a light bulb, which is moving us all forward. Other than that, we have so many other inventions that have happened, and we just have a few of these being represented by the people that we can see on our screen, like Carol Glider. She's a molecular biologist, and her studies have made it so much easier for us to understand cancer or different diseases that occur from aging. We have with us Beryl. She's a radiologist, and her revolutionizing invention has made it so easy to be able to diagnose disabilities, abnormalities at a fetal stage, something like Down syndrome. Then we have Maggie, who's a space scientist, and it's because of her we are able to study so many STEM subjects. And now we have to understand, what does it look like to be around these dyslexic thinkers. When we look at them straight up, they will show traits which will confuse us and show us the gap between them and their brilliant mind. Things as basic as struggling to read, selecting the right word while talking, getting very anxious in high pressure situations. They more than often face challenges with being able to manage their time, organizing, and make those silly grammatical errors. But when you go beyond this, when you go to the bottom of the glacier, you'll realize that they are making a lot of sense of things being discussed around them. They have this resilience and openness to be able to tackle newer problems, newer issues around them. These are the people who are able to approach the given problem more creatively. They show amazing leadership and delegation skills. They perceive the pattern that they see in their environment and are able to connect the dots and overcome the void which we see, and then conveying complex ideas in broken down forms, which is much easier for the commoners to understand. These are some of the excellent traits that they bring to the table as individuals with dyslexic thinking skills. In the following video, we'll try and understand why does it make so much sense for employers to be able to get employees with specific learning disabilities on board, that how it makes more business sense and is just not a charitable idea to do.
Finally, it's all about it's about business. It's about getting the best kind of results. But to kind of get the best results, we need to have teams which bring in all kinds of perspectives. And I think that is the key, and that is I mean something which is now being realized all around. So that it's not, I mean, having people who are differently abled is not charity, is not kindness, it's not about I mean, doing something for the society, but it is something that makes a lot of business sense.
There are few very interesting findings that will help us understand that why are companies attracting individuals with SLDs these days. A research by EY did mention that the companies that employed neurodivergent individuals had an increase in their GDP almost as much as 1.2%. Gartner estimates that by 2027, 25% of the Fortune 500 companies will be actively recruiting neurodivergent talent. However, with these stats being in front of us, we do see that there are very few opportunities which are also inaccessible due to a lot of stigma around the struggles of people with specific learning disabilities, and we need to understand as higher education institutes how can we overcome this with our employers. The regulatory guidelines also focus a lot on being able to create the right support system for students with disability to be able to gain successful opportunities upon their degree completion. And this will be ensuring the various notification around schemes, application dates, information about employers in accessible formats, creating awareness around inclusive employment and the potential of persons with disability with our employees. Also, AICTC, like UGC, focuses a lot on being able to create the right support services for students to be able to sit for placements and internships. There's a huge focus on sensitizing the employers towards how they can support them perform better and the various strengths of dyslexic thinking. Internships and career advancement activities, whether it be skill building, giving them more exposure, mock interviews, lobbying, etc., should be conducted by our opportunity cells as well. The NIF ranking also allocates a certain parameter under which the outreach and the inclusivity is accounted for.